Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 18th Niagara 40 Under 40 Business Achievement Awards live broadcast ceremony, presented by Business Link Media Group. I'm Cenk Peets. And now, please welcome the president of Business Link Media Group, Marilyn Tien.
Good evening. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to 2020 Niagara 40 Under 40 Business Achievement Awards live broadcasting ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to tweet about tonight's event using the hashtag 40U40NIG. We'd like to share this incredible moment with the people in Niagara region and the world. To all the winners, those of you who have been recognized tonight are completely deserving of this recognition. Enjoy Spotlight with your family, your colleagues, and everyone you care about. We are fortunate to have this support of sponsors. Our presenting sponsor, Rockaway Vineyards. Our community sponsor, Niagara Parks Commission. Our silver sponsor, Goodman School of Business, Brock University. Our bronze sponsors, Gale's Gas Bar and Law Office of Christopher Ramondo. Thank you for your generosity, support, and for consistently giving back to our community. We hope tonight is a memorable moment for all of you.
Here's the congratulations message from Rockaway Vineyards. Please welcome Jordan Foley.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Rockaway Vineyards, I would like to congratulate all 2021 40 Under 40 award winners on your outstanding achievement in your career and your contribution to your community. We are proud to present the amazing ceremony this year and support our community event. I truly believe your talent and hard work will take you anywhere you want to see yourself in life. Thank you, Business Link Media Group, for holding this remarkable event and recognizing this year's 40 winners in the Niagara region. Enjoy tonight's event. Thank you.
Caitlin Armstrong. Caitlin has worked at Meridian Credit Union for 15 years. As a senior human resources business partner, Caitlin is responsible for providing support to a client group of 500 employees across many different disciplines. Caitlin also teaches at Niagara College. As an instructor for the School of Business and Management for 4 years, Caitlin has taught a number of courses in her field. Caitlin has a volunteer spirit and supports several organizations, including Leadership Niagara and Community Care. She also mentors young women, participating in women and wellness fundraisers, and has spoken at Niagara's Women in Leadership and Business Conference. Caitlin Armstrong.
One of my proudest accomplishments was when I had the honor to speak at the Women in Leadership and Business Conference in Niagara-on-the-Lake. It was one of the largest events of its kind in Canada, and being amongst so many powerful women was such an amazing experience. I got inspired by the energy in the room, and it occurred to me as I was standing in front of so many women from diverse backgrounds that we are all there in support of one another. It also made me realize that I am just at the beginning and there is so much more ahead of me as I continue to grow and evolve.
And now, Michelle Biskup. Michelle joined the Niagara River Lions front office team during their inaugural season in 2016, and over her 5 years with the organization, she quickly moved up to now hold the title of Vice President of Operations. In her role, she oversees and manages all facets of the business and is responsible for the direction and growth of the organization. Michelle is the driving force behind the community initiatives that the River Lions pride themselves on, while also dedicating personal time to serve as a board member for Crime Stoppers of Niagara and as a big sister at Big Brothers Big Sisters of North and West Niagara. Michelle Biskup.
When I moved to the Niagara region 8 years ago, I couldn't have imagined the opportunity that it would provide me both professionally and personally. Although it's such a large region with the 12 municipalities, I feel like there is such a sense of community and everyone is connected in some way. Being in Niagara has allowed me to build a home base. It's allowed me to grow my career, build a network, and really enjoy a work-life balance with everything that the region has to offer. I truly love being able to live in the Niagara region.
Next is Robin Bleach. Robin joined the Niagara Regional Police in 2006 and continues to serve its residents front line while in an acting sergeant capacity. Robin volunteers on her organization's peer support, crisis intervention response, and reintegration teams. Transnationally, she was presidentially appointed to the International Association of Chiefs of Police, the IACP, as chair of the Crime Prevention Committee, developing concept and issue papers, resolutions, and deliverables to address critical issues in policing. Robin graduated with honors from Niagara College with a diploma in policing, honors from Athabasca University with a 4-year degree in criminal justice, and is completing her master's from Wilfrid Laurier for public safety with a major in emergency management. For her extraordinary commitment to public safety, Robin was recognized by the IACP and was awarded the 40 Under 40 International Policing Award. Robin Bleach.
The environment in which policing operates today is a lot different than what it was 15 years ago. And I think a lot of how the environment shifts and changes, it influences how the police service executes its resources and its delivery in services for its community members. The Niagara region and the Niagara Regional Police Service has done a tremendous job in cross-pollinating efforts with the Canadian Mental Health Association with respect to designing deliverables and resources for the community folks that are struggling. But taking it a step further, the Niagara Regional Police looked inward to assist its own members, its membership, with their struggles. And I wasn't planning on being a part of that movement because 15 years ago, it wasn't something that was at the forefront of my mind so early on in my occupation. But now being a part of the Chiefs peer support team, having the crisis intervention training, being on the crisis intervention response team, that has been the most rewarding change, unplanned change in my career, is to serve those in the community and to be there for my colleagues when they need me.
Jessica Blythe. Jessica is an assistant professor at Brock University's Environmental Sustainability Research Center. Her research focuses on understanding vulnerability to climate change and planning effective climate adaptation in Canada, Malawi, Mozambique, and Solomon Islands. Jessica is the faculty lead for Niagara Adapts, a partnership between Brock University and 7 municipalities in the Niagara region that is designed to build innovative climate solutions right here in Niagara. In 2020, Jessica was the co-recipient of Brock's Faculty of Social Science Early Career Distinguished Research of the Year Award. Jessica is passionate about building climate literacy across Niagara and enjoys speaking at public events throughout the Niagara region. Jessica Blythe.
I'm driven to work on climate adaptation because I've seen the impacts of climate change in the places that I've been lucky enough to work. I was in Australia in 2016 during the worst coral bleaching event that the Great Barrier Reef has ever experienced. I've worked in Solomon Islands, where a friend of mine has lost half of his village to sea level rise. And here in Niagara, huge parts of the lakeshore are being eroded, roads and houses are being damaged, farmers are experiencing huge fluctuations in annual temperature, rainfall, timing, and volume. So it's this shared experience of climate impacts that really drives my passion for the work I do in climate adaptation research.
And now, Rima Bowles. Rima is responsible for managing day-to-day operations, as well as contributing to the future development of the organization, both artistically and strategically, in her current position as director at the Niagara Pump House Arts Centre. Her passion for arts, education, and experience in the not-for-profit arts sector has led to a 74% growth in programming, and staffing has tripled. Rima is proud of community recognition, including Niagara-on-the-Lake's Choice Awards in 2020 for Art Studio and Spirit of Niagara Award for Community Leadership in 2019. Rima contributes to the community she lives and works in as a volunteer and donor for Community Care St. Catharines and the Niagara Pump House Arts Centre, Niagara-on-the-Lake. Rima Bowles.
Drives my passion for my work are experiences with art centers and seeing the importance they have in the community. In every city and town I've lived, worked, or traveled to, I've always made a point to visit the local art gallery or art center, to take in an exhibition, attend an opening reception, or participate in a learning opportunity. I am passionate in advocating for the importance of the visual arts for the well-being of individuals and the community.
And now, here's a message from Senior Director of Business Development of Niagara Parks Commission, Kim Viney.
Good evening, 40 Under 40 winners. I'm Kim Viney, Senior Director of Business Development at Niagara Parks. Congratulations on being recognized for your contributions and growth to the development of Niagara. As the next generation of business leaders in our region, you'll be essential in ensuring that Niagara emerges from our challenging times stronger than ever. While the past year has obviously been a difficult one for us here at Niagara Parks, we've continued to focus on overcoming obstacles and moving forward as a key demand generator and economic driver for our region. There's no better example of this than our newest landmark attraction, the Niagara Parks Power Station, which is opening this summer, and for which you'll all receive complimentary tickets as part of your awards package. I wish you all continued success in your careers, and I look forward to seeing you here at Niagara Parks in the months to come. Congratulations once again.
Niagara Parks never stops. Like the river, it flows.
Beyond being a place to go, it is a place to be.
To become. To begin. Again and again.
For those who adventure outside the ordinary and explore within themselves.
It is a place to grow, to plant yourself and discover, to wonder, inside and out.
To move beyond experience, to connection, to your environment,
to your senses,
to yourself.
Begin here.
Amanda Brait. Amanda is a graduate of Brock University's Sociology program. She is also a certified fundraising executive with over 16 years of fundraising experience and has completed the Nonprofit Leadership Certificate program. As the Director of Development and Stewardship for Women's Place, she has enjoyed connecting with Niagara's generous community for the past 6 years to help women and children experiencing abuse. Amanda is an executive member of the CAGP Niagara Golden Horseshoe Chapter, co-chairs the Niagara Fundraisers Network, coaches soccer, and is a parent council member. She is supported in all of these activities by her wonderful husband and 2 children. Amanda Brait.
I moved to Niagara to attend Brock University, and I quickly fell in love with the area. There's so many opportunities and beautiful places to see. I also learned that Niagara residents are community-minded, generous, and truly care for one another. And for these reasons, it was a great place to call home, to work, live, and raise a family.
Next up is John Cannon. John has over 10 years of experience helping companies across Niagara meet their goals by providing human resources and staffing solutions. John is passionate about creating diverse workplaces and supporting employee growth through continuous learning and development opportunities. In 2017, John received the Welland-Pelham Chamber of Commerce Employee of the Year Ruby Award for his commitment to his profession. John immigrated to Canada from Colombia at the age of 17 and fell in love with the Niagara region. He has called St. Catharines home for close to 20 years. As someone who immigrated to Canada and received the help of many, John enjoys assisting those who are now in a similar situation, seeking to make Niagara their new home. John Cannon.
Speaking about a single event or accomplishment is hard. There have been so many events that drive my passion for the work that we do at On-Demand Staffing. During my time working with On-Demand Staffing, I have been able to help so many people. I believe meaningful employment is fundamental for our personal well-being as well as for our economy. I take a lot of pride in helping both newcomers and international students find meaningful employment. While doing this, we have also helped many Niagara businesses overcome some of their challenges when it comes to sourcing skill. Every time I connect an employer with someone who has the skill they need to succeed, every time I meet a new graduate or a newcomer and we discuss their career goals and help them move in the right direction, my passion for the work we do grows.
And now, Crystal Caputo. Crystal has over 12 years of experience in communications and has held large portfolios in the public and private sectors across Niagara and Toronto. Currently, Crystal serves as the Director of Communications for Premier Doug Ford's Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, Steve Clark, where she supports initiatives that include community building, growing the Greenbelt, and supporting Ontario's 444 municipalities. President of the Niagara Falls Conservative Riding Association, she has also regularly appeared as a guest on television programming as an expert on communications, government relations, and business leadership. When not working, you'll often find Crystal exploring nature with her equally curious family. Crystal Caputo.
My tenure at the Niagara Peninsula Conservation Authority as the Director of Communications was the first challenging period of my professional life. What I'll say after that experience is that it caused me to double down on my purpose and step fully into my values and beliefs. It inspired my political engagement and led to my extensive involvement with the Conservative Party of Canada and the Progressive Conservative Party. I found my tribe. I found the group of individuals who are also driven by the same goal, to make the world a better place than we found it. Embracing my political activism has enabled me to participate in effecting positive change for over 14 million people. Making the decision to go all in was a fork in the road, and I'm so proud I chose this path because every day I'm able to see the results of working hard and collaborating with talented individuals who understand the responsibility and importance of public service. I still get to tell stories and engage with so many diverse people and interests every day. And the most important thing I would impart is that regardless of political stripe, we all fundamentally want the same thing: to be happy and healthy and surrounded with love and kindness.
And now, Valerie Chartrand. Valerie Chartrand is the Director of HR and Communications for Foyer Richelieu Welland. She has contributed in getting over $120 million in grants to build a new 128-bed LTC, and in partnership with Hospice Niagara, 10 hospice beds for the Campus of Care, which recently won Best LTC Ontario 2021 from the Canadian Business Awards. In addition, she also helped secure another 256 LTC beds for the Francophones of the GTA. During the pandemic, she recruited over 50 new healthcare workers for the home in Niagara. Valerie currently sits on the following board of directors and committees: Surf Niagara, Collège Boreal, La Table Interagence Niagara, Niagara Ontario Health Team's Communications Committee, and is the editor for Bonjour Niagara. Valerie Chartrand.
What drives me, it's always been people, and also learning new things every day, sharing story and sharing knowledge. When I was in Tremblant, I was able to build relation with clients and staff. When I was a director of events, I would always have to put the right people on each events. And to do that, it's actually learning the industry, technology, beauty products, sport, food, and so many. And we need to understand how are we going to represent the brand. A brand is way more than a logo. It's also the person that bring the company alive. So now that I built all those experience, I bring that to the foyer. And I was able to work on the most difficult and challenging industry, and how to understand a little bit this industry is to put the right staff to give the best care for our residents and family. Build a team. It's way more than we think.
Graham Dargavel. Born and raised in Niagara, Graham enjoys spending time poolside with family and friends, has a love for wine and potato chips, and is an equestrian with his greatest equine partnership spanning more than 17 years. Graham joined the team at Jillian's Place in November 2019 as Manager of Community Development. Graham came to Jillian's Place with experience from the United Way Niagara and St. Joseph's Healthcare Foundation in Hamilton. As well as being a graduate of the University of Guelph's Master of Arts Leadership Program, Graham is a certified sommelier with both Niagara College and the Court of Master Sommeliers. Graham Dargavel.
With my experience in community development, I've always known the Niagara community to be very generous and thoughtful. This realization came to an entirely new level this past year as we continue to respond to the challenges caused by the pandemic. The generosity of our community continues to support us and encourage us. It really is incredibly uplifting and appreciated. While some organizations have been held back due to restrictions and challenges, community support has helped Jillian's Place adapt, innovate, and surge forward with our organizational goals.
Hello, I'm Andrew Godis, Dean of the Goodman School of Business. On behalf of Goodman and Brock University, I'd like to offer my sincere congratulations. Being recognized as a top 40 under 40 is an amazing accomplishment, and to do it in this year of disruption is even more significant. Being able to pivot and recreate, motivate, and endure all during a time when we didn't know what was awaiting us is remarkable. I join your friends, family, colleagues, and community in applauding your resilience and perseverance. I hope your dedication and passion never wanes, and that you continue to build on your accomplishments with a commitment to lifelong learning. This recognition is a wonderful affirmation of your accomplishments. We look forward to seeing where your determination takes you. All the best. Take care, and congratulations.
Next up is Matthew Davies. Matthew established Davies Environmental Limited in 2014 at just 27 years of age, and for the past 7 years he has grown his company to serve the entire Niagara region right to the GTA and beyond. Davies Environmental is a restoration company providing asbestos abatement and mold remediation services for residential, commercial, and industrial needs. Davies Environmental was built by Matthew, who bears a strong ambition to make a difference not only by providing an excellent standard of service, but by remaining an active community member. Matthew continues to donate to countless charities, as well as individuals alike, in his home of St. Catharines. Davies Environmental noticeably differs from the rest with the highest quality of workmanship built from the ground up, growing bigger and further every day. Matthew Davies. Jordan Funk. Jordan founded Go Green Plumbing in 2013. After finishing his 5-year plumbing apprenticeship, he was quickly promoted within the organization he worked at in Toronto. He then realized he wanted to open a business locally in Niagara, as this is where he grew up. He grew and finally tuned the business over the years, which has led to great success and many amazing customer interactions throughout the 8 years of business so far. He attributes his success to God, his parents, his wife and daughter, his sister, and friends. Jordan also is a large contributor to his community with volunteering in a number of capacities within Central Community Church and donating to Community Crew and Lunch Angels. Jordan Funk.
I'm 8 years into being in business, and I've done decent so far. I actually have a smaller crew now than I did at certain times, and I really enjoy it, and I work with people that are awesome and are fun to be with. I've had amazing people working for me over the years. But yeah, just my crew even right now is great. And I think just going forward, I want to keep doing what I'm doing and enjoying the day-to-day of being a plumber in the city, as enjoyable as that can be. But I think I want to just move forward and just kind of, I don't know, relax a little bit more. I might start taking Fridays off more regularly. Hate to tell my clients that, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna aim on keeping steady and doing a great job, but also I think relaxing more. Like, I'm out of the startup stage, right? So now I'm kind of into just like a build business, and I want to enjoy the fruits of that.
And now, Corey Goulet. Corey is a husband, dad, entrepreneur, and licensed structural engineer who recently moved to Niagara in 2017. Having been a life goal of his since his teens, Corey founded his first business, Canvas Engineering Limited, in St. Catharines in 2017 at the age of 31. Canvas Engineering is a structural engineering design firm that specializes in cost-effective building design in both the commercial and industrial industries. Corey's enthusiasm and leadership has been a driving force for not only growing a successful business, but also in helping to create positive impacts in the community through local volunteering and mentorship. After less than 2 years in business, Canvas Engineering was named as a finalist for the GNCC Outstanding New Business Award, and later in 2021 was awarded the Platinum winner in the Engineers category through Community Votes Niagara Region. Corey Goulet.
After spending 15 years in engineering, I still feel like I'm just hitting the tip of the iceberg. There's certain fields you get into where it's just like this lifelong learning process, and that's what I love about engineering, and so I love about business. It's just this never-ending cycle of playing this game of testing, learning, trying to get better at your craft, trying to get better at customer service, trying to get better at growing and scaling the business, trying to get better at leadership, trying to get better at engineering, trying to get better. And right now in my career, like, I still feel like I'm super early stage in the development, and I still have so much more long-term planning for both the business and long-term planning for my career. And I still feel like I'm very much at that early stage development, which still keeps things so exciting at this time. So for right now, I still feel like we're so early stage in my career, still so early stage and in the business. And I mean, we still have 35 years left to go. So in terms of moving forward, it's just all moving forward from here.
Marissa Hartley. Marissa started Cheese Please in 2018 while working full-time as sous chef at the Lake House restaurant. She had a passion for creating shareable platters for friends and family to enjoy. After utilizing multiple commercial kitchens, she decided to open her own in 2019 at 15 Locke Street in Port Dalhousie. Having grown her business substantially during the pandemic, Marissa is ready to expand her offering with Cheese Please and looks forward to the future. Marissa Hartley. Now here's Samantha Hoodless. Samantha has 10 years' experience in communications from a variety of organizations and industries, including nonprofit, entertainment, and manufacturing. At GM, Sam designs initiatives to inform and engage 1,400 employees, while expanding and solidifying GM's relationship to the community by managing community outreach activities and the plant's corporate donation program. Her current passion project is the development of a robust health and wellness program to support the physical, mental, and financial health and well-being of employees at her site. Outside of work, Sam's enthusiasm for civic leadership continues in her work as chair of the United Way's Gen Next Committee for Young Professionals. Samantha Hoodless.
Half my career so far has been in external communications, and the most recent half has been in internal communications. And I have found that I'm very interested and passionate about internal communications, so I think I'd like to stay in that vein. We spend so much time at work that I want it to be enjoyable for everyone that's there, while also meeting the needs of the business. I think you can have both things, and I like working towards that. Personally, I plan to continue my career development through learning courses, through volunteer experiences. I really love learning and love developing new skills. So I will probably do a lot of that in my spare time.
Here is a message from our bronze sponsor, the CEO of Gale's Gas Bar, Jessica Friesen.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Friesen and I'm owner-operator of Gale's Gas Bars Limited and a 40 Under 40 alum from 2012. Congratulations on being one of this year's recipients. By receiving this award, it means that you have demonstrated a tremendous work ethic as well as a commitment to your community. You're doing a fantastic job and Niagara recognizes that. Keep it up and congratulations.
Alexis Kleiman. Alexis Kleiman began her career working within Niagara's entrepreneurial ecosystem after graduating from Brock University. She joined the District School Board of Niagara's Education Technology Incubator, iHub, where she spearheads collaboration with industry and community to create STEM and entrepreneurial learning opportunities for students and supports EdTech startup companies. Alexis is an active volunteer, currently serving as Vice Chair of Next Niagara and sitting on their events, advocacy, communications, and recruitment subcommittees. She's also a member of YWCA of Niagara Region's Leadership Summit for Women and Coldest Night of the Year West Niagara Planning Committees, and a longtime Education Foundation of Niagara supporter. Alexis Kleiman.
I am truly so passionate about my work that I find it very difficult to look to a moment in time or an event or an example of what drives my passion for the work that I do. I am really fortunate to work alongside some incredible founders that are disrupting the way that we do education, some very innovative teachers, really creating great spaces within their classrooms, and some very brave and creative and inspiring students who are working towards a better today and a better tomorrow, creating solutions to problems within our communities, creating entrepreneurial ventures, and trying to close the gender gap within STEM. So it's very hard to not be inspired and continually fueled with passion for the work that I do within my professional work. Similarly, on my volunteer side, I am able to work alongside and meet so many incredible, inspiring, empowering individuals that it's very hard to narrow it down, and truly community impact and volunteerism is what fuels my soul.
And now here's Amanda LaChapelle. Amanda is the co-owner and VP of Operations of B4 Networks. After acquiring another local competitor in early 2020, B4 Networks has tripled its revenue and grown to be the largest managed service IT provider in the Niagara region. At the helm of streamlining the operations of the two divisions of the company, Amanda has been instrumental in navigating the integration of the new team members from the acquisition and the choppy and turbulent waters of running a business during the COVID pandemic. Spearheading most of B4 Network's community involvement and charitable undertakings, Amanda has always had a heart for giving back to this community and finding ways to do so through B4 Networks. In 2019, she extended this initiative into a not-for-profit called B4 Power, designed to educate and pique the interest of young girls across Niagara between the ages of 6 and 11. Amanda LaChapelle.
Moving forward, within my role here, our company has grown exponentially since the beginning of COVID. It's a weird place to be in, to go through something like that in a time where other businesses are struggling. But really, I just see nothing but growth for us. We are looking at a world that's changing between work from home and through technology adoption across all parts of people's companies. So I am just excited to see the ways that technology will bring all of those pieces together and help companies grow, help companies change how they're delivering service, and really bring things into a new technological era.
Stephanie Lacaille-Hall. Stephanie Lacaille-Hall is a hardworking, thoughtful, and community-focused business owner and future leader builder. Born and raised in Niagara, she is a proud graduate of Niagara College and Brock University. She's working extra hard during COVID to help businesses survive. She jumps in at every chance she can get. She also works with Leadership Niagara to help make the community better and create leaders of the future. She uses her experience and knowledge to lift and support others. Stephanie is the owner of SH Consulting Group and the executive director of Leadership Niagara. These projects have allowed her to connect deeper with the community that she loves so deeply. Stephanie Lacaille Hall.
So after spending many years in the industry, I intend to move forward by continuing to create positive change in the Niagara region, continuing to work for Leadership Niagara and build future leaders of tomorrow, to continue to run SE Consulting Group to provide HR and operations solutions to small businesses. I also would like to continue working with the community partners that I currently support. And I want to help everybody in the Niagara region through COVID. I want them to know that we can make Niagara a better place if we all come together and support change.
Next up is Leah Letford. Leah joined the town of Pelham as the Special Events and Festivals Programmer in 2020. With previous experience in the hospitality sector as an Ontario Hostelry Institute Top 30 Under 30 recipient, Leah combines her event background with extensive volunteer experience to events in Pelham. Leah led the successful planning and execution of award-winning events in 2020, such as Canada Day the Niagara Way and Christmas in Pelham. A graduate of Niagara College's Event Management Postgrad program, Leah brings her passion for community and events to her work. Leah is also a dedicated volunteer with the 3rd Fawn Hill Scouting Group. Leah Letford.
The COVID-19 impact has had a dramatic effect on special events and festivals. Over the past year, we have been focused on what can we do and looking at the unique elements that typically would happen within our special events and festivals and seeing if there was an alternative that we could still do that provided some parts of those festivals and events. I've been researching lots of different opportunities for hybrid style, virtual, and really different ways on how to engage the community, knowing that we can't bring them together physically, but we can still bring them together towards a common event or purpose.
Clayton Letourneau. Clayton Letourneau is a creative professional and the owner of Custom Sign Lab in Beamsville, which celebrates 10 years in business in 2021. He is a second-generation graphic design and sign maker with an MFA in fine art from the University at Buffalo, specializing in painting. Clayton is a font nerd. He loves collaboration and experimental signage. Clayton is married to his business partner, Katie, and a dad to new baby Evander. They have a Labradoodle named Roxy and love trekking about Canada in their vintage camper and working on classic cars and bikes. Clayton Letourneau.
So I have actually spent many years in my industry. Despite the fact that I've only run my business for 10 years, I'm actually a second generation sign maker and creative professional. So I have a longer history in this business than a lot of people. I've been almost 2 decades as a sign maker and I apprenticed under my father. The funny thing about that is I'm on the younger side of signage professionals. The industry is driven by a lot of shops that have been around for a number of years and that have been doing the same thing for a number of years. So we try and focus on pushing the creative boundaries and being really innovative with our craft. I definitely like experimenting with signage. I like making mistakes and I like taking time set aside specifically for creative exploration. It's what keeps things fresh and will make sure that we're evolving an industry that typically is not evolving very quickly or at the same speed as others. We look outside of our industry for growth. We look into interior design, architectural design, and we really try and feed off the contemporary trends that are going to stick around for the long term. That's what drives me. That's what keeps me interested in what we do. And that's how I plan on growing in the years to come.
And now, a message from our bronze sponsor, Christopher Raimondo.
Good evening to all of my fellow recipients of the 2021 40 Under 40 Business Achievement Awards. My name is Chris Raimondo and I'm a defense lawyer and the owner of my law office here at 43 Church Street in downtown St. Catharines. I've had my own practice now for about 4 years, and I'll never forget the first weekend of April of 2017 when I walked into my office after just having signed a lease, and it was nothing more than an empty room with a few boxes on the ground. I didn't have any furniture or any office equipment because the delivery of those things was delayed. and I think I had maybe 2 or 3 clients at that time. But while there were some uncertainties at the beginning, and it seemed like quite the obstacle to climb, I knew what was required of me to grow my business, and I knew that working hard enough would pay off in the end, and it did. And I know that all of you were in that same position as well in your careers, and it paid off for you too. Just remember that while everyone can see the success that you've achieved at this point, not everyone saw the hard work and the dedication and the commitment and the passion that was required of you to achieve it. I'd like to thank the Business Link Media Group for organizing such a great event, and it's my honor to wish all of you congratulations on your accomplishment, and I'm confident that all of you will have continued success in the future.
Our next 40 Under 40 Business Award winner is Mark McDonald. Mark is an award-winning communications professional bringing ideas and people together to create connected communities. His role in communications for the town of Pelham began in 2017, focusing on tailoring messages and delivering results affecting a broad range of demographics and interests. His work has been recognized by the Association of Marketing and Communications Professionals in various categories, most notably in 2020 with an Individual Achievement Award in Strategic Communications. A graduate of Brock University's CPCF program with a minor in professional writing, Mark's writing projects, personal and professional, employ a distinct and unique style that inspires and motivates. Mark was recently appointed to the board of directors of Women's Place of South Niagara. Mark McDonald.
Looking back at my career, I've gone through several changes in terms of the sectors that I've worked in, but I've always carried the similarities of communications and writing throughout all my roles. Starting in journalism, moving to education, and now to local government. I've been the beneficiary of working in 3 very different industries, but have all taught me very valuable things with how the world works and how we provide services to our stakeholders. It's always a tough thing to try something new, but I'm very happy with my decisions up to this point in terms of my career, and finding a way to blend my personal interests of local government and politics with my professional skills and knowledge and education.
And now Matthew Martin. Matt founded Your Water Company in 2014. At the start of the company, he worked 2 other part-time jobs in order to pay the bills at home. Over the past 7 years, Matt has continued to grow the company from 2 trucks and 1 other employee to now having 10 trucks and 16 employees. For 25 years, Matt has also volunteered as a martial arts instructor for children. He is passionate about helping people in any way he can and giving back to his community by contributing to local charities, including Learning Disabilities Association of Niagara Region and Wells of Hope. Matthew Martin.
The short answer is everything. First of all, I never expected to own a single truck, let alone a fleet of trucks. I never expected to be a boss. I didn't expect to be doing this line of work at all. It's been an incredible ride, that's for sure. It's gone through many changes, the evolution of how we do everything, from the efficiency of routing to the efficiency of paperwork, the addition of office staff, maintenance staff, everything has just been a complete change from where it was day one. I went from myself and 1 other person driving a truck to myself and 16 other people to make this whole thing work, and I couldn't do it without a single one of them. Is that how I meant to say it?
Bex McKnight. With over 10 years of education and experience in diversity, equity, and design, Bex founded her agency in 2018 with the goal of using inclusive design as a catalyst for social change. Bex teaches as a guest lecturer in the graphic design program at Niagara College and is also a member of the Niagara-on-the-Lake Town Council's Inclusivity Committee, where she provides guidance on issues related to inclusivity and accessibility within the town. In 2020, she won the Niagara-on-the-Lake's Choice Platinum Award for Best Graphic Design Studio and has also received nominations for the RBC's Women of Influence Award 2020 and the Canadian Women's Entrepreneur Award 2021. Bex McKnight.
While I'll always be grateful for my time at U of T, by the end I was pretty disillusioned and unhappy, and I knew I couldn't continue doing the work that really mattered to me in that environment. It was a tough decision, giving up all that job stability, pension plan, and great benefits, and really a network of friends and colleagues I'd spent years cultivating. But opening my own agency has really allowed me to set my own terms for how I work, who I work with, and I get to ensure that the values I hold are reflected in the work that I do every day without question. It's extremely validating to approach the work you do every day with both energy and humility, and to see the lived impact of the work you do in the lives of people around you. You know, the choices I made to get to this point are the ones I continue to make every day. I choose to have my work embody my values. I choose to have my knowledge and expertise amplify the voices of those who are marginalized and oppressed. I choose to put energy into raising awareness, to practicing empathy, and to helping others really do the same. And ultimately, I choose to continue learning how to do all of this better because, you know, inclusion work and inclusion in general is an ongoing process.
Our next 40 Under 40 award winner is Miles Methner. Miles is the head strength and conditioning coach at Iron Performance Center. He believes in using a variety of methods throughout the training process in order to help maximize his clients' potential. These include strength training enthusiasts and elite athletes from a variety of sports. He believes that optimizing a well-rounded approach will ensure clients live optimally and athletes own the podium. Passionate about professional development and industry advancement, Miles thoroughly enjoys educating the next group of up-and-coming strength coaches via the IPC Student Internship Program and Strength Coach Springboard online course. Miles Methner.
The largest divergence I've experienced thus far in my career as a strength and conditioning coach is transitioning from the collegiate to the private setting. I got my start as a strength and conditioning coach with the Wilfrid Laurier University men's and women's rugby teams. While I thoroughly enjoyed these experiences and I'm forever grateful for them, the most gratifying decision I ever could have made was to transition into the private setting. Being able to work in the region I love, the region I am proud to call home, has been a blessing, and I'm now able to work with a larger variety of athletes of different ages, skill levels, and sporting backgrounds, as well as general population clients, which typically does not happen in a collegiate setting. While these general population clients may not have the same goals of athletic dominance or owning the podium, they inspire me equally as much every single day with their work ethic and their effort and commitment to their goals, whether they be strength, fat loss, muscle gain, or even just improving overall health and longevity. These general population clients have truly inspired me, and many of them have even become lifelong friends as well. The opportunity provided to me by Coach Matrix Ferreira to do what I love every single day with the people I love in the region that I'm proud to call home is something that I'll be forever grateful for.
Sandra Knuckle. Sandra is an assurance manager at Durward Jones Barkwell & Company and previously worked as an accountant for a manufacturing company in Quebec. Sandra graduated from the University of Montreal in Quebec with a Bachelor of Accounting degree in 2014 and received her Chartered Professional Accountant designation in 2017. Sandra works with a wide variety of businesses within the region, and her experience spans many industries, including not-for-profit, manufacturing, tourism, and government relief programs. Since moving here, she's been an active member of the community. She volunteers as the treasurer of the YWCA Niagara and at the YMCA of Niagara. Sandra Knuckle. Now, here to say a few words is the mayor of the City of Niagara Falls, Jim Diodati.
Hi, this is Mayor Jim here from Niagara Falls City Hall, and I'd like to offer congratulations to all of the 40 Under 40 recipients this year. It's a real milestone and a rite of passage, and welcome to the club. Maybe now we can teach you the secret handshake. This year marks a special group. You know, you've navigated the challenges of a global pandemic. You're even more versatile and creative and equipped for success in the coming years than ever before. And we're really looking forward to you for your leadership, and we're proud of your accomplishments. Congratulations.
And now, Michael Piliteri. Michael helped start Riverview Cellars with his family back in 2000. With the help of his parents, Sam and Lena Piliteri, siblings Connie, Maria, and Angela. Now Michael has the position of general manager and oversees the day-to-day operations for the winery and vineyards. Michael has helped grow Riverview from a small family fruit market to an international exporting winery, which produces around 10,000 cases per year. Aside from work, Michael volunteers his time as a soccer and hockey coach for his 3 children, and his main charity is helping with the local Terry Fox Run. His at-home cheerleading crew is led by his wife Sarah and 3 children, Lucas, Leo, and Sophia. Michael Pilateri.
This is a big one, how we've been able to cope with the COVID-19 pandemic, is we wanted to try to keep all of our employees employed during these times, during a long time, over a year now. So we really pivoted our whole business to online, where over 90% of our sales have been through the online, through our online store. So we've increased capacity through our website, new servers, new website, new layout, easier to purchase online with our website, free shipping, and that has really helped us go along and also helped us keep everyone employed and everyone busy throughout these times.
Sean Pratt. Working at Meridian for almost 8 years, Sean provides advanced technical skills and strong consultation to design and implement system and data solutions that align workforce activities with business objectives. Understanding the complexities of data, Sean founded Escarpment Analytics in 2020 to provide local small businesses with data consulting and technical services. Sean prides himself in helping these local businesses make informed business decisions through sustainable solutions and insightful analytics. Sean Pratt.
A couple moments that I was particularly proud of in 2020. The first being we had a large capital management implementation project at Meridian. About halfway through the project, that's when the pandemic hit. This is a large project, and despite how we had to go about the work changing, we still got the work done. Collaboration changed, communication changed. I was really proud of how the team came together and overcame a really unexpected, really large challenge like the pandemic, and was able to meet timelines and get it implemented. Since then, we have enhanced the product, we've added more modules to it, more automations to it, and there's a lot more to come. So I'm really excited about that and really proud of that. The second moment in 2020 that I'm particularly proud of is the launch of Escarpment Analytics, which is a small business I started that is committed to data analysis and consulting with small businesses. It started out just kind of as a way to fill in a couple nights a week when my wife worked late, but it's been very successful. The demand has been very high, and it's something I really love doing because it's new ideas, new companies, new challenges that kind of takes that mindset that I developed at Meridian and kind of turns it just a little bit. And I was really proud of the first year that we had. And very excited to continue working with small businesses in Niagara to kind of develop their data strategy and help them make more informed business decisions using data that they already have.
Our next 40 Under 40 winner is Amanda R. Riley. After exploring opportunities in community mental health, school boards, and public sector agencies, Amanda R. Riley Professional Psychotherapy Services was established in 2015. Amanda builds authentic connections with her clients so they can find and maintain wellness. A 2020 Reader's Choice Award quadruple diamond winner in all 4 categories nominated: marriage, individual and family counselor, bereavement counselor, best mental health consultant, and life coach. Amanda specializes in treating anxiety, depression and mood disorders, personality disorders, PTSD and trauma recovery, relationships and vocational rehabilitation. Amanda's practice focuses on empathy, integrity, and recovery. Amanda R. Riley.
My master's program was very clinically focused. They didn't really teach us about how to run a business or how to run a private practice as a therapist. So I guess I just assumed that I would work in the public sector until I discovered my entrepreneurial spirit and realized I could actually help more people effectively on my own. It was a big decision for me going from the public sector to the private sector, and it took me a couple of years to be brave enough to make that leap. but I can honestly say it was the best decision that I've ever made, and my only regret is that I didn't make it sooner.
Christopher Raimondo. Christopher opened his law office in April 2017, and his practice focuses primarily on representing individuals who have been charged with criminal and provincial offenses. Christopher's intention was to always practice as a lawyer in Niagara, as he was born and raised in this region. As defense counsel, he learned that it is important to advocate for individuals who need it most, and to provide them with honest advice. He is also the Niagara Director for the Criminal Lawyers Association, which is one of the largest specialty legal organizations in Canada, with close to 1,800 members. Christopher Raimondo.
So the COVID-19 pandemic was obviously the most significant unplanned event in my career. And I think that was a surprise to business owners everywhere. But in terms of specifically to the practice of defense work, the body of law in our field of work changes very frequently. Oftentimes there are amendments to the criminal code or decisions handed down by the Court of Appeal of Ontario. And a big part of practicing defense law is to keep up to date on those changes so that you can give the best possible advice to your client.
And now here's Lydia Recruit. Founded in 2018, Lydia began Creekview Floral Co. as an event-based florist in the heart of the Niagara region. With a contemporary style and passion for supporting locally cultivated botanicals, Creekview provided custom designs for weddings, showers, and private events for a growing base of clientele. April 2020 saw the addition of a retail location at 30 Front Street South in Lydia's hometown of Thorold. Despite launching during a global pandemic, growth over the first year of the store's operation has been steady and now supports 4 dedicated team members along with products from numerous Niagara-owned companies. Lydia Recruit.
Looking back on my career in floral design, probably what really surprised me the most was starting my own company in the first place. I had always said that I wasn't interested, that I had passions elsewhere, but I think everything just kind of fell into place, and we started out very much as an event-based company, very part-time, but the opportunity came along to take over a retiring shop and open up a retail location, which was something I always said I was never going to do. So I think not everyone that I knew was surprised, but I think I shocked myself the most that I just took that leap, and the timing did not feel right, but I don't think it ever would have felt right. So we're just kind of going with the flow, and we'll see where we go from here.
And now, here is the mayor of the city of St. Catharines, Walter Sendzik.
Hi, it's Mayor Walter Sendzik, and I just want to say congratulations to this year's 40 Under 40 winners. I am so proud to recognize you for your achievements. In reading this year's award winners, there are so many familiar names: young entrepreneurs, professionals, and community builders. All of you are leaders in your own right, striving to be the best you can be, building a stronger community. This award is a reflection of your leadership in business, your passion and drive to build your career, and the impact you are having in our community. As a young business professional, you have demonstrated that you stand out amongst your peers, and as a result, you have been recognized for your achievements. As Niagara focuses on recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic, we need our young professionals to lead, be innovative, and aim higher within our own organizations. Your leadership will be critical as we work together to build a resilient and stronger community. I want to say thank you to the Business Link Media Group for continuing to shine a light on Niagara's most inspiring young professionals. Have a great night, and take care, and best wishes.
Michelle Reynolds. Michelle is a real estate broker at Royal LePage RC Realty and co-founder of Brunch Beverages. Raised in Niagara-on-the-Lake, Michelle witnessed the tremendous change and growth that has transformed the region into one of Southern Ontario's most sought-after destinations. Her exceptional knowledge of the Niagara real estate market, coupled with her seasoned insider's expertise of the area, led her to found Reynolds Regier Homes in 2017 with partner Stefan Regier. Michelle has built a reputation for her refreshingly friendly customer care and proven ability to guide clients through their buying or selling process. Michelle attributes her success to her vast marketing and advertising strategies, exclusive contact base, and true love of the Niagara region. A lifetime resident, Michelle is an enthusiastic member of her community and enjoys showcasing the best that Niagara has to offer. Michelle Reynolds.
Looking back on my career, I would say that all the choices that I've made and anything I've done has been completely from my gut. And it has to feel good and it has to feel natural. And there needs to be a purpose and a love. I don't have any regrets or anything I would change about my career over the time. I have learned so much from so many people. I've been so grateful for all the connections that I've made. And I always have this train of thought of, I kind of just go with the flow. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And so far that hasn't steered me wrong. And I look forward to many more years of just riding the wave.
And now, Leslie Robichaud. Leslie Robichaud was born in Timmins, but has lived in Welland most of her life, married with 3 beautiful children. She currently owns Elite Hair Salon and Spa, located in the heart of Welland. She has been on the Central Station Education Initiative Board since February 2021. Also, she is Vice Chair for Welland Downtown BIA and Chair of the Beautification. In 2018, she ran for Ward 5 Welland City Council and is looking forward to running again in 2022. She is very active in the community and loves volunteering. Leslie Robichaud. Our next 40 Under 40 winner is Annette Smith. After enduring a major health scare, Annette was inspired to start a plant-based beauty brand. Being frustrated with complicated ingredient listings, she was determined to find a simpler way. Lip Service Beauty believes wholeheartedly that ingredients matter. They source everything from raw materials to packaging as locally and ethically as possible. Over the last 3 years, Annette has worked to collaborate with other like-minded women-led businesses to co-create 1/4 of the product in their assortment. Throughout the pandemic, LSB made sanitary kits, branded masks, mask misters, and roll-on hand sanitizers for the Fort Youth Centers. They've also donated over 1,000 lip balms to frontline workers and various local charities across the Niagara region. Annette Smith.
One of the biggest lessons I've learned throughout my career was to never sacrifice my wellness for a job ever again. And that's something that I hold really near and dear to my heart. Our tagline that we've created, Ingredients Matter, means so much more than just the coconut oil that's in our lip balms. Together as a team, we really look at how we are minding our own wellness first. So what are we fueling our bodies with and eating every day? Are we getting movement and getting outside? Who do we surround ourselves with? And we really look at that too when we're partnering with other companies or suppliers as well. Do they carry those same values and have the integrity that we have? Whenever you're on an airplane, they tell you that you need to put your own oxygen mask on first before you can help others. And that's something that's really stuck with me throughout this. Are we putting our own oxygen masks on first before we're able to give to others like our community?
Here now is Carly Smith. Carly started her career in real estate over 6 years ago after being raised in an entrepreneurial family. Creating caring communities is at the forefront of her mind when introducing buyers and sellers in Niagara. In 2019, Carly and her spouse Greg opened Twee Rosen Farms, an equestrian facility and hobby farm. They've used this space to host trade shows for local businesses, horse lessons to teach healthy interactions for folks of all ages, and fundraising events to give back to various shelters, one being Women's Place of South Niagara. She is a top producing realtor in the region and a huge advocate for supporting local and giving back to the community. Carly Smith.
I think when I look back on my career in real estate so far, some of the individual choices that I've made along the way at this point always reflect back to what my core values are. So my core values are creating caring communities, supporting local, a rising tide raises all ships. So at this point, any decision I make must align with those things. And by doing that, I've learned along the way, I've made certain things where I thought, ooh, that wasn't the right decision for me at the time, but I've been able to learn from it and grow. And now basically any decision has to meet those 3 core values or it just doesn't get made.
Shauna Thibodeau. Shauna is a mental health nurse, meditation teacher, and women's coach, and founded her company Be Free in 2014. Through Be Free, she offers coaching programs, meditation classes, and yoga and meditation retreats to help others improve mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Shauna's unique approach fuses the East with the West, using a combination of modalities including mindfulness and meditation, cognitive behavioral therapy, EFT tapping, self-love and self-esteem work, and energy healing. Her most commended service is her signature 3-month online program, Radiant Mind Academy, which offers women a supportive weekly group environment to learn and practice skills that foster healing and personal growth, and has received 5-star reviews across the board. Shauna Thibodeau. Here's a message from the winner of the class of 2020, Nick Cupolo.
Hi, my name is Nick Cupolo, and I just wanted to take a minute and congratulate all the 2021 Business Link Media 40 Under 40 winners. I was lucky enough to receive this award last year, and I severely underestimated the amount of recognition and well wishes that I got from receiving it. It is a pretty big honor, and I was happy to be selected last year. So again, congratulations, and I look forward to winning this award having the same effect for you guys that it did for me. Thanks.
Next up is Drew Toth. Drew Toth's company, Elevate Living, creates diverse housing types to accommodate the missing middle. Toth's team has completed 2 affordable housing builds for Gateway of Niagara. During COVID, Toth led a team that created a pandemic-friendly distribution center for community care so its clients could safely access food. Currently, Toth is building 28 studio condos to help attainable home ownership. He is converting a parking lot to residential homes, and he is building a 100-plus unit apartment. His business model is not only about profits, it also aims to build great neighborhoods and help others attain housing. Drew Toth.
My career has had some unique changes and evolutions in direction along the way. In high school, after high school, working, and in college, I would have never anticipated that I would be a real estate developer and builder. And I bet if you talk to anybody that I went to high school with, they would be shocked as well. It's not what I went to school for. It's not what I was planning or trying for until my 30s. Knowing my kids will most likely have 3 or more careers in their lives. And when I talk to my teenage kids about what they want to do, they're still not sure. My advice is to trust the process. I went from selling insurance to unions, various sales jobs, a call center, back to college, working in a homeless shelter, and variations of real estate. And finally, real estate development, investing, and construction. Although my path was a bit odd or unconventional, each and every experience has built off the last, and each has contributed to my success today.
Our next 40 Under 40 winner is Matthew Trenum. Matthew is Niagara Region's Deputy Regional Clerk. In this role, he leads and manages multiple programs including Council Secretariat, Regional Corporate Policy, Freedom of Information, and Corporate and Health Privacy. And he is also a consulting trainer with the Association of Municipal Managers, Clerks, and Treasurers of Ontario. In 2013, he was recognized as a Privacy by Design Ambassador by the Ontario Information and Privacy Commissioner. He holds a BSc in Biological Neuroscience from the University of Guelph, certificates in Clinical Research, Information Access and Privacy Protection, and Records and Information Management, and is an avid curler. Matthew Trenum.
So thinking back and reflecting on the choices I've made in my career, pretty much all of them have been focused around trying to better myself, trying to grow in some way, to move in a new direction and really learn something new. For Niagara Region, I've now been working in the clerk's office approximately 10 years and had a chance to work in almost all of the areas that the clerk's office covers. I spent about 2 to 3 years in each role that I actually worked, and that gave me a real good opportunity to learn. The key with that, though, is to never really feel that you've learned it all. I know I haven't learned it all, and I know that I have a lot more to learn, and learning is really what drives me and why I'm happy about the choices that I've made as I've moved through. It's also really important to remember that learning doesn't come merely in the form of continuing education or taking another course. I've had the great opportunity to take advantage of mentorship programs, both internal as well as external, learning from other people leaders within the corporation, learning from the regional clerks that I've had the great opportunity to work for, even my peers, and currently the teammates that I get to work with on a daily basis. You need to keep learning, you need to stay open to growth and to change, and again, never feel like you know it all, because once you get there, you start to stall. You start to feel like perhaps you don't have the momentum to move on, and anytime I ever felt like that, I knew it was an opportunity to try and take on another challenge. So I'm quite proud of the choices I've made in my career, and I hope I can continue to grow and learn in the same way.
Will Warren. Will is an experienced computer systems engineer with over a decade in cloud computing. Having worked for both scrappy startups and Niagara-based nonprofits alike, he has a passion for building reliable, stable experiences on the web that can scale to meet the demands of modern internet users. Years in the trenches prepared Will for the transition into engineering management, where he loves to engage and unlock the potential in his fully remote team. Will has worked from home for Atlassian for 5 years, where he is the manager of the Trello site reliability engineering team. Will Warren.
Looking back at past choices, I can confidently say I always made the decisions that were right for me at that time. In a few instances, it was a little shaky and uncertain in the moment, but with the full support of my family and friends, I think I was able to make the best out of any situation.
Wes Wolf. Wes was named the head coach and assistant general manager of the Coburg Cougars in 2021 after 5 years as an assistant coach with the Erie Otters in the Ontario Hockey League. His time with the Otters was highlighted by a league championship in 2017 and increased responsibility in player development that saw more than 10 players advance to the NHL. In addition to his coaching, Wes championed his Real Men Wear Pink fundraising campaign, which raised over $7,000 US in October of 2020 to benefit the Cancer Society, and founded the Global Niagara Hockey Coaches Seminar, which had over 1,000 attendees from over 15 different countries worldwide. He is also an accomplished speaker, representing Hockey Canada, the OHL, and several other organizations at various clinics and seminars worldwide. Wes Wolf.
If I reflect on some of the choices that I've made in my career, I can't say that I would necessarily recommend them for everybody. I was extremely fortunate and privileged to have a family that was very supportive of me and my career choices. Leaving a full-time career path in account management to pursue my dream of coaching was something that required the full support of my family. Moving back home with my parents in my early 20s and having their support both morally and financially to pursue my dreams, something that I'm extremely grateful for. But I think there's a lesson in there, that in order to accomplish what you never have, you need to do what you've never done. And going all in on your dreams is scary. It requires a lot of sacrifice, and it does require a lot of support. But I think, if you continue to focus on the process, on the work, and less on what the results, you'll love what it produces. And there were a lot of choices that I made, especially early on. Whether it was sacrificing an extra night out with my friends, or giving up a great paying career to pursue my dreams. Those were choices that were tough in the moment and weren't guaranteed any outcome that thus far have worked out. And so I think that short-term pain for the long-term gain is something that any person looking to make choices should be cognizant of.
Here's Christopher Yent. Christopher began his journey at Brock University in 2009 and joined the Graduate Students Association in 2015. After serving 2 years as a board member 2015 through 17 and 2 years as Vice President Finance 2017-2019, followed by his current tenure as President and CEO. Since 2019, the GSA has doubled its staff and restructured its leadership team, increasing both its advocacy and communications. Through a global pandemic, they launched their first strategic plan, increased engagement with members, and secured student funding through referendum for a new dedicated graduate student center. Living with mental illness, Christopher is passionate about community health, volunteering with CMHA Niagara and other local organizations. Christopher Yent.
Like anyone, I think when I look back at my career, I'm somewhat drawn into the what-if scenario. The what if I had have transferred to another university? What if I didn't get involved in student government? What if I gave up and quit out when the moments were difficult rather than continue to persist on in the goal of ultimate change and making a difference? I think for me, it says a lot about the impact that one individual can have as part of systems in order to enact change. I think it says a lot about, student government as a whole, about what that means for our organizations as we try and make a difference for our members, and in particular for both, the Undergraduate Student Association and the Graduate Student Association. It says a lot about the work that we do within our communities and the individuals that are involved. I think the number of times that I've experienced situations where I just wanted to say, you know what, I'm done, I'm hanging it up here, it's been a good run, and move on. And I've been surrounded by individuals who really are caring and nurturing and supporting folks that make sure that, are you saying this because of the situation, Chris? Or are you really saying this because this is what you want? And those individuals are the ones that are driving change behind the scenes. And I think they're the ones that are truly necessary to allow folks like me to succeed in my positions as well. And so I think for all of those organizations, this says something about the work that we do, and that if we remain committed, even through those challenging pieces, and recognize the resiliency that our individuals, our leaders, our volunteers show in the work that we do day in and day out, we can actually make a lot of difference for ourselves and the communities that we serve.
And there they are, your Niagara 40 Under 40 Business Achievement Award winners for 2021. Now, it's time for Best in Class of 2021, presented by Business Link Media Group. And the winner is Drew Toth. Congratulations! Now, please welcome the CTO of Business Link Media Group, Kava Haddadian.
Thank you to all our sponsors for their generosity and stepping up for our community event, especially during this difficult time. This would have not happened without your support. Thank you to all community leaders, Mayor of St. Catharines and Mayor of City of Niagara Falls. Your support and encouragement are examples of successful leadership in this community. Thank you, all the judges of 40 Under 40 Selection Committee, for dedicating your time to go through all submissions and handpick 40 individuals for this event. Tonight we have a professional MC, Jack Peets. Thank you for your thoughtful and warm contribution as Master of Ceremonies of our event. And also thank you to my Business Link family for working through the numerous challenges to prepare and perform tonight's event. Last but not least, it has been a pleasure for all of us to hold this event in your honor and to wish you continued success. As we part tonight, I invite you to bring your enthusiasm and positivity to our future events. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening.